Hey! No! Stop! Just calm down! Don't do it, Gohan! You're not going out there!
Know your place, worm. Prepare yourself. Damn Saiyan.
Before I begin, I want to set the record straight. Right here, where most people are still watching this video, I think my retention time is around 4 minutes, so you guys can hear it first. If it was me, if I was Gohan, and my father Goku told me to stop as I was watching not only the girl that I loved, or I liked at least, my girlfriend, my friend. She doesn't have to be a friend, she could just be a girl getting beaten up in the same manner, in the ring, at the World Martial Arts Tournament. I would have said, screw it Goku, I would have jumped right in and completely Kamehameha blast annihilated Spopovich. All that would be left is his legs. That is what I would have done. But that is not the reason I made this video. I made this video in response to Lethero to give him my input on why Goku did what he did during the World Martial Arts Tournament. Now, Lethero posted this to make Goku look bad and to reason why he's a character that sucks, why he's beyond redemption, and some of the bad, quote-unquote, bad writing that happened in the Buu Saga. Now, there was a lot of bad writing in Dragon Ball Z, especially in the dub from the US broadcast. There was a lot of weird things that was going on, but I gotta tell you right now, and I might get some hate on this, I don't think this was one of those times where it was neither bad writing or Goku failing as a character. Now, if this whole situation was, say, set in a battlefield from Dragon Ball, like one of the picturesque locations where they usually fight, like the islands or valley or whatever the case might be, away from people, away from the World Martial Arts Tournament, they're not even in the tournament, and the same situation happened, then yeah, Goku is 100% in the wrong, no question about it. There's no reasoning. Even if there was, you can't justify what happened to Videl as reasoning for trying to figure out where Babidi is, trying to figure out where his lair is, or whatever the case might be. The fight between Spopovich and Videl, and the ultimate beatdown of Videl during the World Martial Arts Tournament, is by far one of the most gruesome moments in all of Dragon Ball, for me anyway. There are a lot of really sick moments in Dragon Ball. I mean, I recall the one where these guys are just shooting random people. That's probably one of the sickest moments as well, but this one in particular is extremely gruesome because it is like a giant beating the crap out of a little girl, and Videl up to this point has been modeled as a supreme and capable fighter in her own right. She was taking down guys twice or 3 times her size up to this point. That's why this is so jarring, because this is exactly what a fight between 2 completely different weight classes would probably look like if the female couldn't land any significant blows on the male. And that's why for me, this is probably one of the most horrible and difficult scenes to watch in Dragon Ball Z. So I don't want to downplay what happens to Videl in this scene by any means or by any stretch of the imagination. What I want to talk about is why Goku said what he said. He said, calm down, don't do it, Gohan, you're not going out there. Those were his words. Now, why would Goku say that to Gohan as Gohan's watching the girl that he, at this point, he doesn't have a romantic relationship with her, but that's his friend? Why would Goku say some shit like that? Well, here's one reason, and it is a stretch, but it is somewhat valid. They are at the World Martial Arts Tournament. The referee couldn't even call the match before Vidal is knocked out of the arena. Spopovich accidentally almost knocks her out several times, but then pulls her back in to keep beating on her because he's a sadistic son of a bitch. And no one else helped. The referee didn't help. The people that organized the World Martial Arts Tournament didn't help. And the reason is because they are at the World Martial Arts Tournament. There are rules in place. And this is something that Vidal ultimately signed up for, even though she wasn't ready for it. And probably the entire crowd wasn't ready for it because they all had her back and they thought that she was invincible. This is something that she signed up for. She signed up to be in this ring. And being in this situation, she has to accept some of the things that are going to happen in there, like broken kneecaps, bloody noses, and this beatdown that inevitably happened to her. But let's not forget that Vidal straight up broke Spopovich's neck. He was basically gonna be dead and she was gonna win the match, and all the referee did was have a moment of silence for Spopovich. But then he came back because he's powered by Babidi's magic. That's really when Vidal was like, oh shit, nothing is putting this guy down. So Vidal straight up killed this dude before he beat her down. That is what happens in the ring, and Goku knows that. They're at the World Martial Arts Tournament. Goku respects Vidal as a capable fighter. To have Gohan go in there and stop the match at some level would be a dishonor to Vidal's fighting ability, to her character. Remember, the entire audience thinks of Vidal as Hercule's daughter, as a character that can hold her own, and she's been fighting crime for such a long time that she's got a reputation to uphold, even though she's getting the crap beat out of her here. If Gohan came in and rescued her, her whole reputation would be gone. Especially with it being connected to Mr. Satan, which essentially every Earthling sees him as the strongest Earthling on planet Earth. But even just forgetting all that, with honor and reputation, Goku respects her as a fighter, and he does not want to diminish her role in taking up and signing up for the World Martial Arts Tournament and having somebody save her in the middle of it. Every fighter that has had a fight in Dragon Ball Z has been exactly, if not worse, of a situation that Vidal finds herself in. Even Goku, several times over, has been in a worse situation than Vidal finds herself in right now. So if she signed up for this, she needs to see this through, no matter how hard it is for Gohan to watch. So that's one reason that I can think of why Goku said those lines. Again, that's just my reasoning. You can debate me in the comments section all day and night. That's just one of my reasons. Now, another one which I think is more plausible is that Goku knew if Gohan ran into the ring, he would more than likely kill Spopovich. He would probably Kamehameha wave him the same as I would, and that would be it. The only thing that would be left of Spopovich would be his legs, and then his brother, whose name escapes me at this point, would probably jump in. Gohan would be ready for him, and he'd probably take his ass out too. Then at that point, there would be no hope in finding out where Babidi's lair is and where Majin Buu is, and then Babidi could just find two more Earthlings and have them corrupted, then have them gather energy, and the whole cycle starts all over again. So that's where we get to this scene right here.
What are you doing to Gohan? Let me go! I can't just stand there and let them do this!
It's okay. He's strong enough to handle it.
Where Goku set up the trap for Spopovich so they could take Gohan's energy. He knew that Gohan wasn't going to die, and they could follow the minions to the Master's lair. Because if he would have let Gohan go into the ring at that moment and kill Spopovich and more than likely his brother when he tried to jump in to take his energy, or for revenge, then the fight between Gohan and the minions would have never happened, and they would never have found Babidi's lair. Either way, guys, I like the prospect of Gohan jumping in and saving Videl far more than I like him just standing around and listening to Goku and letting this plan unfold, even if it's the World Martial Arts Tournament. That's why I liked in Dragon Ball FighterZ, where you have Videl getting hurt as one of the moves, and then Gohan jumps in and Kamehameha waves in Super Saiyan form whoever the opponent is. I think that's a good homage to this moment and makes it a lot more interesting and a lot better, and actually maybe redeems it in some aspects. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. This is going to be Blackscape signing off. You guys are awesome.